So this would be part 2 of the 5 common mistakes for the IELTS Task 1 academic training writing task. So the third one that we have here would be over complicating the question. Okay, let me move my face over there. Okay, it's in the center now. All right. So, okay. There. All right, now, so the examiners know that you have never seen the graph or the chart before and that you only have 20 minutes to write about it. So they are not expecting miracles. You don't need to worry too much. So to help you with the graphs, it's actually much simpler than you think. So we have here a graph. So look at the graph and then try to spot the 3 general trends. So try not to get caught up with the details and just really focus on what is happening generally from the start date up to the end. Okay, so you have there burglary, and then you also have, oh, sorry, you have car theft and then robbery. So in general, one goes up and then one goes down, and one stays relatively stable. It is often that simple. So if you're going to have it reported, so those 3 main trends is something that would be correct if you're going to write it. But many students, especially the higher level ones, so they think that this is too simple and then they try to find the data that is not really there to find. So just again, try to report on the 3, let's say 3 main things that you can see on the graph. All right, so we have here our mistake number 4. So this would be not organizing your ideas logically. So the most logical way to organize task 1 report is it just really needs 4 paragraphs. So you have your first paragraph, this would be your introduction. Your second paragraph would be your overview of the main features. Your third paragraph would be the details of main features 1. And then your paragraph 4 should be the details of main features 2. So remember, it is important that you keep it simple and you make sure your report is easy for the reader to understand. So you could even get a band score of 9. You could hand the band score answer to a stranger and they would be able to read it once and roughly draw the graph or chart if it's easy to understand for them. But if you're going to struggle to write a clear IELTS writing task 1 report, so paragraphing and grouping ideas together logically would make it easy for the reader to understand everything. So we are down to our last common mistake. So we have here describing data incorrectly. All right. Now, describing general trends and changes in data actually requires very specific grammar structures and vocabulary. So, the most common mistake students make in the IELTS writing task 1 is trying to use grammar vocabulary that they are not sure about. So, remember, your grammar and your vocabulary need to be accurate or you will lose marks. So, you need to be very careful on that one. So you should also avoid describing the data too precisely. So for example, if you look at the figure for car theft in 2003, so let's go back to that one. Oops. Okay, so here. So if we are going to describe this one, so you look at the figure for car theft in 2003, it would be better to say approximately or around, let's say 20 or 2,300 or just under 2,500 rather than saying 2,300. So it's better to say that way because we don't know what the figures are exactly from just looking at the graph. So you just try to have, let's say, a rough estimate on that.